Okay, so here we are. Nem arrived with his K5. Say hi, Nem.
What's up, guys?
So,
Kia K5 GT. So this is the GT model. What that means is that it's pushing 290 horsepower under the hood, 311 pound-feet of torque. It's running Pirelli P0 tires. This thing can take off. It's definitely a baby stinger.
so here's the K5 semi-beast.
Love this. Love that.
Yeah, these are pretty cool, the braces. So my car's pretty stock as well, except for I only put the K&N filters in here. I didn't have those big tubes. There's supposed to be a little bit more power with the tubes, but that's okay. The K&N allow a little bit more air than the factory, so should be a few extra. I can't feel a difference. And this car is just gorgeous. Some people think it looks better than the Stinger. I guess that's up to you guys. It's a subjective thing, but I love the new front end, right?
Yeah.
You know,
The exhaust tips.
the exhaust tips, guys, like I did show you in my other video. They are real. I'll show you again here. Right, so it does split from one muffler, but they are two mufflers back here.
Yep.
Is it worth extra money to jump to a Kia Stinger? So that's what me and them are gonna investigate right now and do our best to give our honest feedback on that. So have a look at the inside. The Kia Stinger, of course, has the soft touch everywhere. It's a little harder, like the soft rubbery kind of stuff here. Soft Napa leather. So the interior, as you know from the Stinger, you've seen it before, so we're not going to go into too much detail. Very classy sporty sedan design. And here's a little bit of the K5. So we have also a soft touch here, and similar that rubbery, hard but a little bit rubbery feel to it here. It's got memory seats, as does the Kia. Now, one thing that they've done in the K5 is all the options, even the top trim, has a very soft, very comfortable seat, but it is faux leather. The Stinger does have the Napa leather. And I've sat in this in the my other review, and the seats are more comfortable than the Stinger. They have a little bit more bolstering on them. So the Kia Stinger has power steering wheel. This does not. The Kia Stinger has a lot more adjustments. It's got four-way lumbar support. This one seems to have only two, but you can adjust the side bolsterings on the Kia Stinger, and it has the thigh extender, which is also power, not manual like some BMWs. Let me sit inside. Oh yeah, see, as soon as I sit inside, I feel the extra cushion and softness, right? It's really nice, comfortable seats. This area here is kind of similar. We have the drive mode here, has a toggle switch for heated and cool seats like the Stinger does. They look a little different, but they work the same way. Heated steering wheel. It's got the auto hold. It's got a very nice design here. Huge screen. I think the new Kia has a bigger screen as well. Again, I'm iffy whether I like how it kind of slides and integrates into this. Again, it's subjective whether you like that or not. The K5's opening from here to here, I think, is 1 inch less than the Stinger, but similar in this way. It does have this thing here that's like makes it driver centric, focused the way the console here is. It's got a traditional shifter. Very nice. Very nice. It's got the cutoff steering wheel with the GT here like the Stinger does. Paddle shifters. It's got more of the typical clothy kind of fabricy material up here. The Stinger's got the Alcantara. Okay, regarding speaker systems, the top of the line GT has premium Bose 12 speaker system in the GT, and the Kia Stinger, I believe I recall memory, I have 15. The K5 has one subwoofer in the back. I have 1, 2, 3 on all doors. All my doors have 3. Plus there's one 6-inch subwoofer underneath each front seat.
Yeah, underneath.
Yeah, if you open the side, you can see the edge of the speaker a little bit. If you look down to the side.
Oh, wow.
Well, I got a lot of stuff in here, so though you can see the difference for cargo space. The trunk is pretty big on here too. Hey, look at all the stuff he's got in there, right?
Yeah, all that camping gear.
So far, just from sitting inside it, I do feel that the seats are more comfortable than the Stinger. There's a little bit more bolstering, more plush feeling to them. They have a very good bucket design as well, so they're hugging me as well. Okay guys, so me and them are ready. We're in the K5. Okay, here we go. So let's see. throttle response I find to be a little bit on the lagging side without gearing down. It's just driving in normal. You're just kind of going like this to it, right? It's kind of like not, I can go like this and nothing happens unless I hold it for a sec, right?
I mean, it is normal mode, so it's meant to be for fuel savings.
But if I'm just driving and I want to do that, I quickly tap down and then touch a little bit. It has a little bit more reaction. So this does have a DCT, which is dual clutch transmission. It's very nice, very smooth. This has, as you can see maybe from that camera, the full digital display, which I actually don't like myself. I think it's gorgeous, like when cars do that, but I don't like it for practicality. Something happens in the electronics where are going wacky, then you can't even see what your speed limit is, right? So I like the analogs with a digital in the middle, but it is cool to have that.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's in a hurry to break his car.
This guy was really ripping in there.
So initial feeling here, I'm getting it's a more comfortable ride than the Stinger. It's you know, not just because of the seats being softer, but the suspension and everything is more mainstream sedan. It's not as sporty as the Stinger. The Stinger does come with a more sport tuned suspension, even though it's designed to be a grand touring vehicle, not, you know, pure sports type suspension, but it's got a nice balance. The Stinger. Do you find the road noise to come in a little stronger than the Kia Stinger?
What size wheels are on the Stinger?
The Stinger has 225 40 19 and the back are 255 35 19.
Okay.
And these are 19s as well, I believe, right?
They are, but they're a bit thinner. These are 245s, I believe.
I think they come with really nice 19-inch tires, but that also affects the ride quality a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, it's a more comfortable ride than the Stinger. The cabin noise and the tire noise coming through the road noise is a little bit louder. So we got a nice steady drive going right now, and we're averaging 70.5 at around 70 miles an hour, I think. And other cars are passing me, so don't give me a ticket, Mr. Officer. That's pretty good. Most cars are 71 and higher. From my machine, because every machine's different.
Yeah.
So you're doing, I think, a little bit more than I was doing in your K5, and I'm measuring 69.4, so a whole decibel lower. There's this suspension cord.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. I'm sure you guys can hear that little roar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Lots of torque. I mean, this is 290 HP, guys, and 311 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Let's go full throttle here.
On my phone, yeah.
Too nicely when you go full throttle. This is like just regular comfort mode right now?
Yeah. On my phone,
yeah. This thing redlines too nicely. So before we go to sport mode, I'm going to give it so far a thumbs up for just a comfortable ride, good power, the torque is there if you put it down. Even if you don't want to go to sport and you just want to gear down a couple of spots, you get more responsive, just like you would with most cars when it's in sport mode. The steering wheel is not as direct feel as the Stinger, but it is actually pretty good for its category. I gotta say I like it. That was cool. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but when it upshifted, I actually heard a chirp. It's not a scat pack, but you can hear a chirp on upshifting. That's cool, right? That's torque, baby.
Yep.
So now it's in Sport Plus, and it lowers the gear, so it's more responsive.
It's all about trade-offs.
matches nicely without really like feeling the car kicking, right? Now this road's a little more bumpier, and again, it's not it's not uncomfortable. I feel like I'm going slower than the speedometer is saying though. To summarize, I think, yeah. I mean, everyone's gonna say I'm being biased because I'm always talking up Kias, right? But they're making great cars. I mean, look, this thing is comfortable. It's the ride comfort is nice. It's a more comfortable ride than the Kia Stinger. It doesn't handle as good. It's straight off. But it handles very good in general. It's the seats are comfortable. The ride is on the comfortable side for sure. The design is really nice in here. It's a nice place to be. The cabin is more quiet than some of its competitors, so that I'll say for sure. It's just a nice car. I mean, Kia's making it, you know, very nice. Nice design, the nice bucket seats. They hold you nice, very sporty seats. Just everything's well placed. Buttons are easy to reach. Lots of hard touch buttons for the everyday stuff you need to use. A nice big screen for all the young guys who like the techie stuff. I'm old school. I like my smaller screen. It's a nice touch that they do have the full digital display here for the speedometer, tachometer, because that's just the way of the future, right? That's what's all coming. Again, I don't like it personally. I want to see the analogs, but that is the way of the future. So they've added that, which is keeping up and competitive with what's going on out there. The materials are all nice. Finish is nice. It's a well-built car.
The most important feature, the cup holders are actually like large, you know.
Yes, good size cup holders.
Yeah, like it's objectively the best car for the money.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really compete with like a, you know, BMW, Audi level like the Kia Stinger does, but it's definitely top-notch compared to its category. Other reviewers and Car and Driver and those kind of like other professional magazines are really giving praise to the K5 as well. So, you know, a lot of,
for good reason.
But it's a Kia. You know what, guys? It takes a while for it to be recognized, but when all the pros are telling you how well these cars are engineered and built now, and giving it thumbs up and all that kind of stuff, you got to realize it's saying it's a Kia is not the same as it was 20 years ago. So, Nem, it's your turn to get into the Stinger. You want to drive the Stinger, or?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you drive it.
Guys, we're in the Stinger GT all-wheel drive. So, in comfort, I can already feel that, yeah, this car really likes to shift, like quickly, to get you into lower gears as soon as possible. Definitely to conserve that gas, though it still isn't lacking torque, you know, it's still not, you don't feel sluggish going around a corner or going from a stop. It feels slightly firmer, which of course makes sense due to its suspension tuning, but it doesn't feel harsh. It doesn't feel like it's a harsher ride by any means. It's just a firmer ride, you know, definitely more sporty. And I do feel lower to the ground being in this car as well. Gonna downshift once more to fourth. Alright, I can feel the pickup now. And then upshift again, yeah. It was a pretty smooth one, though I felt it. I did feel the shift.
Yes.
But it didn't feel jerky. It wasn't like...
It doesn't shift as smooth as the DCT in the K5?
Yeah.
Braking too. Yeah. Testing the brakes there. Almost to a full stop. Boy, it's pushed me back. That's nice. You can feel the difference from the K5, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna put in sport mode for you. Yeah, when he kicks this one, you really like push you back in your seat, right? Like almost like a head snap, right?
Yeah, this one was meant to put you in your seat.
It's boogies. But I was so surprised in how well the K5 did against the Stinger in the roll race that we did.
Oh yeah, and the
Again,
roll
which
race.
you guys can see on Sam Carlegions YouTube channel. That sounds nice.
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
You forget about that when you're driving. You're just like, oh yeah, it's cool, right?
It sounds cool. It feels cool. Like it's the sound coincides with what you feel, so it doesn't feel fake. It's synergistic. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem whatsoever.
How's the steering response and driver feedback?
Completely confidence inspiring.
So it's a little bit of a bumpier road here, so you could probably be able to feel some of the difference in the comfort, ride comfort.
Oh, some cord wants to smoke.
Yeah, I've noticed that even if you're actually you're already in manual mode with the paddle shifters, you drop the hammer partially, it just tries to accelerate in the gear that you're in.
Yeah.
Right? But if you put a full throttle, it still gears down, even though you're in manual mode. You're in manual mode.
Yeah, it drops it to 3. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it actually does drop to 3. That's insane.
Off camera, and he believes the Stinger's stereo system does sound a lot better.
Oh
including the
yeah,
bass.
yeah, for sure. Like it's not even a contest. Yeah, this is definitely an engaging driving experience. Man, even backing up sounds amazing.
Yeah, the fake sound.
No, it's not just that, but you feel it, like that rumble. Overall, this is an incredible car. Like, you can't get bored of it. It's definitely something that will engage you all the time. It's the perfect driver's car, especially for the money. Just absolute perfect driver's car.
But definitely it's more engaging, right? It's more sporty in all aspects.
Yeah, this is a true sports car.
So you find that the extra cost is justified in this car?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you want something that's a sports car that you can drive every day, then this is it. This is a sports car, and you can daily it.
So anybody car shopping out there and they're considering the K5 or the Kia Stinger, if money's not an object and you can afford to go to a Stinger, then do it. It's the value's there. You really are basically driving around in a $70,000 car for $50,000. If the price range is a little bit out of your range, by all means get the K5. It's a wonderful car.
Yeah.
Now that means when your neighbor calls and says, "Oh, I just bought a Kia," now that's your reaction should be, "Oh, really? Can I come check it out?" Right? That should be your reaction now. Now, like, "Oh, you got a Kia?" That's not the case anymore. So it's going to take a while for people to realize that, but you know what? It is what it is, right? So,
those who know, know.
So there you have it, guys. 2 great cars from Kia. A special thanks to my new friend, Nemesis, my nickname for Nem here. So you want to switch for a weekend?
Oh man, I don't know. I still haven't fully enjoyed this yet.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
A fantastic car. Man, that full-blown jingle, like, I get half of that.